Hello everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and look, we've also got Oscar the Day Ghost once again. Austin, are you there?
I guess it was Ed, so I hadn't unmuted yet. I just said hey.
Oh, cool. I couldn't hear you. He's like, he's just leaving me hanging.
Oh, yeah.
Say something really clever, Austin. We're doing a Ninja Turtle show.
Soul.
Welcome back to our watch through of 2003 Ninja Turtles. It's been a few weeks. We'll try to get back into the groove with this. It's now I'm gonna have that stuck in my head. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. That's because you said I was clever, so I had to prove you wrong.
Yeah, no, now I'll just call you Derivative from now on.
Exactly.
We're going to start tonight with the 19th episode of Season 1. It's Tales of Leo. So when last we met, we watched the sad, tragic destruction of the second time around storm. Just like the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dan Schneider says in the last video, you said that Belle was the hottest Disney princess. I think just for synergy, you have to tell us who the hottest Nickelodeon character is for this one.
Oh, geez. I mean, I don't know Nickelodeon. First of all, I did not say hottest.
I don't know. You were like...
I was not crass like that. I said
character.
It was the most beautifully drawn of and designed of the Disney princesses.
I'm pretty sure you were like, in terms of the hottest Disney princesses, it's Bambi's mom and then Belle at the top. But they're like...
Yes, yeah, he quoted me verbatim. That's exactly what I said.
And Bambi's mom only loses out because she dies.
Bambi's mom has got it going on.
Bambi's mom does have it going on. She's all I want. I've waited so long.
Anyway, I don't know about Nickelodeon. We've had this conversation a million
start.
times, but I was a Cartoon Network kid. I was not a Nickelodeon kid, so...
Okay, then what's the hottest Turtles character?
Well, I
Actually,
mean,
no, that's easy because it's just April.
by default, it just has to be
Yeah,
April,
like,
yeah.
That's
And there's a lot of very attractive versions of April.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who's the sexiest turtle, including Splinter?
Well, I mean, they're not white men, so maybe it should be easier for me to. But turtles, like I don't know what the most attractive turtle is, and they look different in different incarnations, and sometimes they all kind of look the same, just with different colored headbands, and then sometimes the head shapes are a little different and the skin tones are different. So,
Cap, you completely failed my test.
What was the test?
There's only one clear answer, which is Splinter, because the other ones are underage.
Oh,
It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
oh, okay.
You failed the test. Chris Hansen's coming in now.
I'm deeply uncomfortable now and disturbed by this whole exercise, but anyway, let's just start watching Ninja Turtles, folks. So once again, if you haven't joined us for this, we're watching through as much of Ninja Turtles, the 2003 series as we can. I thought Austin would enjoy the show. He's never seen it before, and we've been having a good time with this. I think. Austin, you're still liking the show, okay?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Austin seemed deeply disappointed by our first big Shredder arc when he got.
I'm not crazy about their Shredder yet, so
It's a super cool design, and I like his voice, and I like the sound that happens every time he shows up on screen. But he's not as menacing as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little bit of a doofus here and there.
Yeah, like I remember seeing toys and stuff of him as a kid, and I was like, "Wow, like he's really cool," and it didn't live up to that. At least as so far.
He's clearly scary off screen, but then I mean, how hard is it really to lob off body parts from Baxter Stockman?
I mean, not that hard. He's Baxter Stockman.
Yeah, it's not really that hard. It's like
he's Medea.
I was giving him a lot of credit for being really badass for doing that, but I guess it's more badass on the part of the show that it got away with that on television.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, and you don't know. Maybe he made one of his henchmen do it. It was off screen. It was we didn't see it.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all for show. Like whenever he'll pull up his like claws at the end of his gauntlet, like he's about to go do it. It's just for show. He didn't actually do that.
Yeah, 'cause he's like, I'll do it next time, Stockman.
See, Chewbacca's lover has a good point because he says the turtles sound and act like 20-something-year-olds, not teenagers at all, except for Raph, who always sounds 35. And they've been, changing that with more recent incarnations. But like, even though teenage is in the title, I never think of them as kids.
Hmm. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of Spider-Man things have that too.
Yeah, I mean the difference is Spider-Man, we tend to get him in college as quickly as possible.
Very true. Very
And
true.
with the turtles, they just kind of stay the same age. And even in TMNT, where the idea was we've aged them up, they didn't look any different. I mean, they looked anorexic, but age-wise, they didn't look any different.
That's how you know they were like college age.
They're just drinking on the weekends, and they're broke, and they're not having enough pancakes.
Yeah, exactly. They live on a diet of Kraft dinner and ramen noodles.
Man, see, that's depressing. The turtles that can't even afford pizza, like, boy, that's
I
rough.
know.
Okay, are you ready to get into this?
Yep.
Because I sure am. All right, here we go. Tales of Leo. Blind watch. We're going to chat about it as we're taking a look at it. Real laid back and fun. And interact with us in the comments if you're watching live. If you're so inclined, thanks for being here live or after the fact. And we're going to try to watch 3 of these for you tonight. If we can. Here we go. Everybody, please press play. Again, make sure you're watching episode 19 of season 1 right. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta change my audio.
sorry.
I do this every time. But you're
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire, Cap.
You're gonna hear my audio if I don't change the settings. Okay, everybody, please press play right now. Oh, who's gonna talk? It's not gonna be Leo. Oh, it's Shredder.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
That's cool.
We haven't done that yet.
Nope.
Okay, stop showing.
I am not so easily destroyed by water.
Stop showing the scene where he gets a water tower dropped on him because it just makes him look like a pansy.
Yep. And there's the storms from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, we loved this sequence. Yeah, they did.
Shredder, you're not even here. You're stuck.
Shredder, who are you talking to? I mean, I know the turtles are always, or whoever does the opening, are just kind of talking to themselves, but it's weirder when it's Shredder. Okay, could we have Shredder just narrate every episode?
That'd be awesome.
Not just give the voiceover, but narrate it. This is wonderful. This monologue is awesome. And they made a cowardly retreat. I don't know why my Shredder sounds like Ian McKellen. Oh, is that? Oh, they dropped a water tower on me. Is that what they say?
Your turtles will not be safe. Your water towers will not be safe.
Your antique store will not be safe.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Dan Schneider, Shredder is breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, this is automatically my favorite episode just because of that.
They should have done the intro, except it was all Shredder.
Watch out for me!
No, it'll be like, I defeated the turtles. Yeah, it'll be like, Shredder, there's no one better, Shredder. That'd have been awesome.
Shredder counted off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it sounds like the count from Sesame Street.
No, it'd be even better. It'd be like, counted off 1. Shredder.
Oh my god, I love that. 30 seconds earlier, and he's still talking to himself.
You're stabbing a metal door, dummy.
Shredder is way cooler to me now from what we were talking about earlier, just talking to himself.
That's the coolest thing he's done so far.
It is.
Talk to himself.
I mean, that's unfortunate, but... Well, I just love how...
clothes April is worn.
I love how into himself he is.
The way Casey jumped through that grate was crazy.
The only thing that would have made that better is if he said Goongala again.
Goongala. Would have been awesome.
I've always loved how, just in all the incarnations that do this story, uh, how like epic and like tragic and terrible this feels. And you destroyed one building in the middle of New York City that nobody else cares about. And like nobody in the city realizes what the stakes actually are. So the stakes are still, pretty grand in that the Foot is getting more of a foothold on New York City, but it's more about the personal stakes for our characters. And so like it's not the we're doing Northampton right away.
Yeah, it's snow too.
Yeah, that's cool. But you see what I mean? It's not the big epic grand scope of a fight. I mean, we'll get that stuff later because we'll go to space, but
Casey's driving Christine. I don't. Would a car like that even be able to pull like a big trailer like that?
I mean, it really just depends on what's in that trailer.
Yeah.
Like yes, if it's empty. Like if it's just got a couple of turtles in the back, probably, honestly. And that's not like a little compact car either. Like that's like a station wagon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like a sports car to me.
These are the insights that you'll get here on our watch party. Robert Wild, $2 super chat. Oh, we're back to this. Does a glider count as a vehicle? Does a parachute? Well, definitely a glider.
A glider definitely does. A parachute, it's debatable, but I guess if a glider counts, a parachute probably counts. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
if
it could be
a rolly chair counts as a vehicle, then a parachute does.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a temporary vehicle. It doesn't really matter how long it's used. It gets you from A to B.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like that definitely counts.
And I feel like if the turtle blimp, which of course is not in the show, but if a turtle blimp is a vehicle.
Well, blimp's definitely a vehicle, yeah.
Remember saying a parachute's not that far away, except it doesn't have a means of its own propulsion.
Yeah. Well, then you just have to ask the question, like, is a balloon a vehicle? I guess so, because like a hot air balloon.
Okay, what's he missing now? Oh, his legs are gone.
He's got a neck brace on too.
Were his legs gone? I can't keep track of this.
I don't think he was in a Professor X chair before, like a Smythe chair.
And did he have the robot hand? I can't remember what limbs he's lost.
I just know he didn't have an eye.
And now he's got a PKE meter.
Shredder's also less threatening because he has purple hair.
Well, I don't think that's fair. I think you can be very threatening with any hair color, really.
I don't know. You're less of a cool ninja if you have to stop to dye your hair. Especially if it's like a Crayola color.
I'm pretty sure that's just a stylistic choice. I don't think he's actually dyeing his hair, but it's not purple. It's just the lighting. It's black.
I don't know. It's questionable.
Yeah, no, it's
like everybody in the show is weirdly colored hair.
It's just being hit weird with lighting. Let's find out what the scene's about, shall we?
I think something about like killing turtles.
Your final punishment? No, he's still got stuff left that you can take off his body, though.
A lot left.
I still say that's so messed up. And I didn't remember that he lost that much by this point already in the series. We're not even past the first season.
Well, does he carry on much past Shredder?
Yeah, I don't know how far, but I'm pretty sure he's around during all the Utrom stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he will turn into just a head with spindly legs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, we've got a flashback episode to scenes that are not from other episodes, which is good.
They have modern Raphael masks.
Oh, look, now they actually look like teenagers.
No, they're like 3 here.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, though. You have to take them all the way back to 3 years old, and then they feel like teenagers to me.
When, as we all know, turtles can't swim.
I like this idea that while Leonardo is hurt and unconscious, they would be kind of thinking back and reminiscing to early childhood. as brothers, because this is not a period we really talk about or do much with usually with turtles. And if you're, in a family situation like this with siblings, you would be thinking about and talking about that all the time. It's weird it doesn't come up more than it does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's weird that Sentai Ranger Donnie just wrote Cap and then my real first name. Like we're two separate people.
That is really funny.
Cap,
He
James,
didn't even
and
spell
all.
it right.
Maybe he thinks you're James.
Maybe. But he didn't even spell it right. The Y is at the end.
No, it's not. Stop it. God, where's my eject button?
Where's my super suit? It was like David Lynch's Frozone.
So I talk about these a lot, but this feels structured like it could have been another micro-series issue.
Oh, okay.
And like we already did Leo's,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm imagining the structure of a 22-page comic that's just about Leonardo, and like he's unconscious, but you do like 4 little stories about you're focusing on him, but with him and his brothers when they're little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that going either way. Do they do anything like this in the main series after, or is it just...
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Do you mean just in going back to this period, or...
No, like at this point, like when they go to New Hampshire.
So not New Hampshire, but Northampton. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the Northampton stuff, yeah, I mean, it's still the same region. It could have been New Hampshire. They'd have a little bit farther to drive, I think.
I don't know geography of the states.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I know it well.
I want to see them go to Hampshire.
Look, now no one will recognize him.
That's true. Some guy in the States, this is like years ago I read about this. I haven't looked at any updates, but he built like an underwater hamster society called Hampshire. I want to see the turtles go there.
No,
and he wanted to build like little submarines so they could go to like other tube areas.
Well, that was a very cartoonish thing where suddenly he's got eyebrows under his mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, if memory serves, in the comics, when they go to Northampton, they all kind of split off and spend a lot of time alone, and they each kind of mourn in different ways.
Oh, okay.
But they might do some of that in the next episode. I don't know how long we actually spend in Northampton in this series. I would assume not more than a couple episodes. I know we do return to New York, and that's fairly soon, but I don't know how many episodes are in between.
Well, how many episodes are in the season?
Is it 24 or 26?
Yeah, I was gonna guess like 24. And we're already at 19.
Yep. It will. So it will just take us 2 more shows before we get to season 2.
Mm-hmm.
This character building is nice. I kind of thought this might be just, cute little stories, but they're kind of further establishing like where their dynamics come from.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both. Oh my god. Forget the rest of this episode. I want to see more of that thing.
That was a spectacular commercial break, because there's no seeing that coming.
Look at this thing.
And you thought it was a myth that those were in the sewers, Austin.
No, I've seen alligator. I know that's real.
So you'd be on Foggy Nelson's side then? Is that what you're saying?
100%, yeah. It's all a government thing. They're putting crocodiles in our sewer systems.
Oh, Dan's Den says it's 26. Yeah, I glanced at it earlier and I thought I saw 24, but
Okay. So we're not too far off.
no.
So they can't really stay there for too long.
No, we can still do it in 2 shows. We'll just do 4 next time.
Oh, that's lame. You just poked him and he died.
Yeah, what did he, Vulcan nerve pinch him?
Yeah.
Pressure point. Oh, come on now. You're not Ra's
Yeah.
al Ghul.
There's no pressure point in your cheek that lets you kill a crocodile.
Yeah, and how would you know where the pressure points are on an alligator? Like,
And they're all scaly.
I don't know if it's an alligator or a crocodile, but yeah, they have.
Well, I mean, that was not a real animal.
They have. Well, yeah, but I don't know if that was supposed to be like a mutated alligator or crocodile.
I have no idea, but it was giant.
Like, why is that down there? I mean, we've seen some weird creatures in this
like
show.
A weird crocodile or alligator with like a Dalmatian painting.
Yeah, but like the people making the show, did they decide where that came from? Because it's either oozed for some reason, or it came from another dimension. Because we had some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did it come through that gateway?
I don't know. It was one of Jack Kirby's creations, but it went back in time.
Well, I was kind of thinking more that 3-parter that you liked with the like mutant characters.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ew.
It's running together now. Did I can't remember where exactly they came from, but wasn't that like another dimension, or wasn't there a doorway thing with that?
Yeah, they went into some sort of gateway.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, Splinter had an opportunity to say all those years ago, and he totally squandered it.
Oh, Splinter. Every story of little Leonardo's in this one tunnel.
That's just where he spends all of his time.
And apparently.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't tried like a movie for little kids or a series or something with like cute 3-year-old turtles.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, there wasn't, and I haven't seen it. There was an animated movie based on the like little kid toys, and they were called like Half Shell Heroes. But I don't know if they're actually younger or if they just are in that cuter design that looks like the Imaginext DC figures.
Okay.
Dan Schneider says we missed Stockman faking evidence. Yeah, we were talking over that.
I did say ew when he bit down into a bloody napkin.
This is just the straight up origin of Leonardo.
This Batman Begins.
Okay, never mind. He is Ra's al Ghul, but I'm still gonna give them an L on the pressure points for an alligator. I'm not buying that.
That was dumb. I wanted just that thing to eat the turtles.
They've got a lot of natural defenses against exactly that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I guess it's a fine stylistic choice. I don't know if I need the sepia tone for the flashbacks with this.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, it's just kind of a long time having a look at that, and I like the color scheme of the show.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like,
whoa, that pipe's going up Splinter's skirt.
I would have maybe just done a, slighter tint instead of full on sepia tone.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many ways to do it. You could do like a film grain or something,
or have like a subtle like different color tint for each of the characters, like remembering back.
Well, it just makes it look like they grew up in Kansas.
That's great, because it's exactly the same for all of them, and it's from a different perspective each time.
Yeah, they pretty much all exist in this one tunnel.
So I don't mean to overthink it. I know it's just to separate the past or the present, but it's all different perspectives. It might have been cool to do something with that.
Oh yeah, that could have been interesting.
Well, once again, overkill on the soundtrack, man. Dun, 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 dun.
Like the most epic thing ever.
Yeah, and he's just grappling over to a sewer grate. So Splinter is Arkham Batman, and Leonardo is Ra's al Ghul, raised by Arkham Batman.
That was like if the climax of Star Wars was that one scene where Luke and Leia swing across the like broken bridge.
That was weird.
That thing was stupid. Right.
So Leonardo's like being kissed to wake up. His equivalent of that is, I'm reminded that I'm not afraid of anything since Splinter helped me get over my fear of heights.
Yes. He learned to live again.
Which just makes him Trini from Power Rangers?
Yes. Well, I mean, too much Leonardo energy is bad for you.
No, she's the Yellow Ranger.
Oh, I don't know.
She's afraid of heights. That's why I said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not in love with the way we decided to handle Leonardo's
yeah, I feel like this is kind of like one of the
being
weaker
unconscious
episodes we've watched.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't had a ton to say about this one.
Yeah, it exists. It definitely feels like a filler episode.
Yeah, and it's just like other things that that do the story handle it more dramatically, especially the movie. And I realize it's Raphael there instead of Leonardo, but like, they're his being in a coma there, and they're terrified he's not going to wake up. I don't know. There's not as much weight to it here. Like it doesn't feel like, we've been talking over it, but it doesn't feel like the other turtles are like that scared he's not going to make it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think there maybe needed to be like a passage of time, maybe, where you see them all kind of doing something.
Yeah.
The movie at least gives us the best image of that movie in that point, with Leonardo in the chair.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm so critical of it. Is that's where the most like kind of sad, bleak, atmospheric stuff happens.
Yeah, and the part's pretty cool in that movie.
The comics are like that too, where everybody's just kind of divided, and because the whole point is in the comics, the point is they've maybe lost their leader, and they don't know if they're going to be able to hold together and function as a team. Like Shredder has brought them to their lowest point, and they don't know if they can come back from it. And the movie kind of does the same thing, even though it's not the leader, no matter what Partners in Crime says.
I don't know. Why would they lie?
Well, I think it's just that they had an outline of the script, and that was about it.
They said it in a rhyme cap, which means that it's not a lie.
But I don't know, that episode struck me as handling it a little bit too kid show, actually.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, that's the place where, like you're saying, like it is building off their dynamics, but it's also just kind of like the cutesy, like here's the kids doing like their little funny adventures.
Yeah, by the time we got to the end of it, I wasn't giving it as much credit for that.
Yep. Well, on to Monster Hunter.
Like it's not bad. It just like you said, it's sort of a filler episode. It just kind of gets us
kind of boring
to the status quo we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he wakes up at the end. Yay!
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, little kid show. Like it's kind of moral of the story. Um,
Mhm.
you know, family helps you get over your fears,
If you have family, you won't die.
and then but at least you're, you know, furthering the villain narrative, I guess, with Baxter Stockman.
Yeah, they were doing something.
Yeah, he's real inconspicuous about it too.
Yeah,
I love when he just throws his arms up at the end. It's hilarious.
he was doing like a little shimmy in his chair. It was weird.
Okay, Monster Hunter. So now it just sounds like we're into an anime or something.
Hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
video game series.
oh yeah, that's right. I guess I was thinking, what is that? What is that anime that's popular? It's Hunter. I can't remember what that's called.
One
It's
Piece.
something X Hunter.
Yeah, it's something like
I
that.
watched
Yeah.
a pilot.
Hunter x
I
Hunter.
didn't love it. Is it Hunter? Is it Hunter Hunter? No, that's not what it is. What is it? I can't remember. I
I
don't know my animes, folks. I don't know. Okay, let's watch this show. God, we started this too late, Austin.
Yep,
I'm
that is
struggling
true.
to even be coherent, but we're gonna get through it.
That
Say again.
said that is true.
Oh, Chewbacca's Lover, thanks for explaining the plot, because we were talking. Stockman tricks Shredder
I mean,
into
we
thinking
did
the
talk
turtles are
about
dead so
how
he can get a reward.
I mean, we did acknowledge that he faked that.
Oh, it is Hunter Hunter. Okay.
I knew it.
Everybody, please press play right now. Just without saying the X, it sounded weird, but I know you're not supposed to say the X.
The X.
What's that?
You probably don't pronounce the X.
No, you're not supposed to pronounce the X. Oh, we didn't guess again.
Oh my God, it's Swamp Thing.
We should have expected it's Michelangelo, though.
Yeah, he is the monster guy.
Well, he just likes genre fiction in general.
Hmm.
Like, if it's gonna be an episode about like superheroes, it's gonna be Michelangelo. It's about movie
Oh my
monsters.
God, he broke the fourth wall.
Oh my God! Just right my face.
First he became a cape hero, and now he's Swamp Thing. This is like his second DC hero episode.
So I'm not saying this to be contrary, because I know you love monster stuff, and you're a big fan of Man Thing and Swamp Thing and stuff. But if I saw this episode when it was on,
Mhm.
I saw that teaser, I would probably change the channel.
Oh.
Or if I was watching these in sequence, I would probably skip to the next one. Well, especially in sequence, because like we had the big epic Shredder stuff, destroyed the building. They're at Northampton. I don't need another filler episode in the middle of all of that.
Yeah, but I can see why you would want like downtime while you're there. Oh my God, it's the flashback colors.
Oh,
Whoa, that was a cool eye
so that's
shot.
why we did that. There's continuity with the color scheme. If you're there, you're thinking in sepia tone.
Yeah, this is his place. Get out of here, April.
Oh, we flipped that. Because this is usually in April's family.
Oh my God, that cut to
Splinter. Yeah, it's hilarious. You're like a second ahead of me, so you keep reacting to things right before I get them.
He did like a Christopher Lambert laugh. I paused it for a second, so we should be good.
He made a funny. Ha 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 ha. Hey, do you think Donatello's gonna make that toaster dance?
Oh God, I hope so. If this just turns into Ghostbusters 2, I'm gonna be happy.
You just want everything to be Ghostbusters 2 today.
I do, yeah. It's coming up everywhere.
We just reviewed the 91 Beauty and the Beast movie, and he wanted that to be Ghostbusters 2.
Well, that's because Beast turns into Vigo at the end. That's just like an objective fact. It's not a thing. If Vigo were Vigo would be so much better than Shredder. Shredder sucks.
Schwager's Lover, I didn't remember it being Casey's place in the comics. He says it's also Casey's place in the comics.
Isn't it also in the movie?
No, in the movie it's April's.
Oh, okay, I don't remember. Now that you say that, that doesn't sound right.
Casey and April have a very cliche dynamic right now.
No, they love each other.
Oh, okay.
I'm a ninja.
I mean, it's the movie thing, but so far their dialogue's been a bit more stilted than that.
Yeah, but the movie didn't have Splinter laughing at them.
That's true. That makes it all better.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Shield showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, they're that is the worst logo I've ever seen.
Hey, you're not wrong.
It's the Monster Hunter
Is that
logo.
a man or a woman?
I couldn't tell you. But you know, it's funny. I want to say, like we watch this kind of stuff, especially with like 90s X-Men and stuff, and I'm always like, look how 90s that is. Look how 2003 that is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's a woman.
I needed her to start talking before I knew that.
Yeah.
And is she Australian? Is she New Zealand? Is she from everywhere?
I don't know. This is weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Why did she just break into this man's place?
I don't need this episode, Austin.
No, I was excited when it was promising, but now this sucks.
So, it's like a ghost hunting show?
Yeah, why?
Why do we have to do that?
If you're gonna go Australian, oh my god, her man in the chair is awesome though. I like him.
Why is he a Muppet?
He's like, yeah.
He looks like a member of the Electric Mayhem.
He's a member of the Lollipop Guild.
He's a bunch of stuff. He's also like the Monopoly Man, and he looks like his face should be on a cereal box.
Looks like Yosemite Sam.
Robert called him Midget Robotnik.
He's Robotnik's mini-me. Sonic, you have not seen my mini-me.
Okay, so I said earlier that Shredder has black hair, but when light hit it, it was blue. I may be taking that back because she definitely has blue hair.
Yeah, and Casey has black hair.
Yeah, you might be right. I can't remember if it's snowy in the comics when we go to Northampton, but I think it is. We didn't do that in the movie.
Yeah.
Shouldn't the turtles be really cold in this climate?
You would think so. They're not even wearing clothes. They should be wearing like jackets.
They're not warm-blooded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They would just die.
Yeah, this climate doesn't seem to bother them at all. I want to think the logic is, no, we're really human beings wearing really heavy and hot animatronic turtle suits.
How does her henchman guy reach the pedals? Oh, we can only hope.
I want that to be his name, though. Crazy Dr. Monster Person.
It's a beautiful name. That character should get a spin-off.
Chewbacca's lovers complaining that we were missing the exposition. I'm sure it's really complex.
Yeah.
And having talked over it, we're going to miss all the important major stuff in this episode.
I definitely care. I didn't like having to listen to April's weird pretending to be Casey's girlfriend thing. Her act was creepy.
Well, see, it's ironic because they're not getting along.
That is true.
He's a womanizer, and she thinks all men are pigs.
Leonardo's the only one with any brain. He's sitting next to a big fire.
Yeah. It's because he's not afraid of anything, Austin.
Including freezing to death.
Yeah, he's not afraid of that.
Well, this person's a host of a show, right?
Yes.
So you know what that means.
She said she has a little cable access show.
Yeah.
She is just a real over the top, insane cartoon character. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, since she's a host of a show, you know what that means, Kat.
What's that?
Leo ain't afraid of no host.
Oh no. She's so ahead of her time with these drones. Do you think Baxter Stockman made those drones?
No, I think this little guy did. I think there's a race of him that are like Santa's elves, and they built
like
all
Oompa
these for him.
Loompas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a movie thing. Pork rind.
Pork rind. Pistachio nut.
Yeah, wouldn't it just
Has
be
anybody
pistachios?
referred to a pistachio as a pistachio nut?
Does anybody refer to anything but walnuts as whatever nut?
Yeah.
And like that's just
peanut nut.
Peanut, yeah, walnuts and peanuts. Yeah. Pistachio nut. Okay. Well, the cliffhangers are on point.
When are they gonna get to the Swamp Thing monster though?
And I didn't care about that in the first place, so I've got nothing to latch onto here. Oh, it wasn't cold before? I just made that point. Wait, what? So, like, we're turtles, we can't get that cold, but you're out in at least 10-degree weather. Like, it can't be much warmer than that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was smart, Michelangelo.
Well, now they're freezing.
There's any chance that was going to work?
No. Do machines, Donnie.
Make us a blimp or something.
I'm the party dude. You do machines, dude. Oh, it's only slightly warmer out.
I can't believe we did that plot point right after I was like, how are you guys even out in the cold like this? Like, put on a coat.
Her mouth wasn't even open when she grunted.
She is just one notch below the trash villain.
Don't even say that, Cap.
No, I just mean on over the top, insane like motivations and characterization. Like, no, not that I like her.
No, the trash guy's the best villain of the show so far. This woman sucks.
What if we had an episode that opened where the monologue was by the trash guy? Wouldn't you just lose your mind?
Yeah.
Robert just wrote, I was frozen today.
I was frozen today. When are we going to watch that? Oh, Leo's building himself an Iron Man suit.
I thought that was going to go into a full-blown montage for a second. Thanks, Raphael. You gave me a hammer. Now we're friends again.
Now I don't need to have my arm in a sling.
I'm fine now. We're by this fire, so I'm no longer cold, even though nobody else has that problem, and I'm magically cured by the power of friendship and no fear.
He's got the power of God and anime on his side.
So I don't mean to make fun of anybody, but Dan Schneider earlier said at least pay attention to the Raphael Leo subplot, and I'm just wondering if there's going to be more to it than, well, he handed me a hammer, and now my ribs don't hurt.
Well, they had a little moment where they talked earlier. So maybe you set up that.
Oh, I must have missed some of that.
Pain in your butt.
Why can't that guy be the villain of this episode?
That guy's a way better villain.
She is just a Rob Liefeld character.
100% she's a Rob Liefeld character.
Look at her cable gun.
Look at her cable arm.
Look at her cable everything. She's Cable. We couldn't even tell if it was a woman or not.
This is the version of Cable played by Keira Knightley. Googla!
Googla! Somebody earlier said there's an episode that actually explains where Googla comes from. So I'm curious to get to that.
I like the media. I think, you know why I think I hate this character? Because her accent's as convincing as the Penguin's henchman in Arkham Origins.
I like her scream when she jumped into the bushes, though. That was pretty funny. I don't know, that stereotype accent would fit in okay in X-Men, though.
Probably.
Well, except I can't exactly tell where it's supposed to be from. I said stereotype, like, I think it's Australian.
Wait, Michelangelo just made fun of him for saying Goongala. Has he never heard him say that so far?
Yeah, you'd have to go back and see if he was in the room, but he said it like 5 times.
Yeah, we said it 6 times when he jumped out here, and I guess that's why he's confused.
Well, you remember he just kept screaming it, though.
Yeah.
In the... Because remember, I was like, oh, it'd be nice if he'd say Goongala, and then immediately after that, he kept saying it.
He just kept doing it, yeah. It's true. Robert Wild's asking why I haven't shown you 90s Iron Man yet. We've talked about it. We almost did it one week, but then we ended up doing something else. I can't remember what it was.
Dan said the dialogue we missed was the Leo expecting Raph to tell him off, and Raph says he wants to see if he's okay.
Very good.
He's got a weird nose.
Who does?
The monster.
Oh yeah. He doesn't have one. He's just like really swole Oscar the Grouch.
No, he's got a big nose.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay.
And it's weird.
It was hard to tell. I thought that was his mouth.
What has a weird nose? The thing we're looking at on the screen right now.
Well, cause just like the way my lights are on, it was like kind of hard to see that shot. It made it look like he just had his mouth open. He's like Oscar the Grouch if he were a polar bear. And a sloth.
Yeah, as far as monster designs go, that is not the coolest one we've seen in the show so far.
No. I don't hate him, though.
No, you want one as a pet.
Yeah. Probably not. I live in Canada. We have enough of these things. I just want to see more of that alligator crocodile.
But yeah, like as volatile as Raph and Leo's relationship tends to be, it would be too like unsympathetic and jerk face-ish if Raph was being mean to him when he just came out of a coma and he's got bandages on his ribs.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing this is reminding me the most of, Austin, is that episode with the trash guy, because it's like the environmental message with animal cruelty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, now she's laughing.
I hate it when she laughs.
This character bothers me. Just everything about her is weird.
I'm surprised that this time they didn't do like a Steve Irwin character.
Well, I mean, she's sort of like that, right? Like, she's got her own TV show.
Yeah, like kind of.
She's out in nature.
I just want more of this guy. He's so cool. Yeah.
Why is he just grunting?
Yeah. Oh, Michelangelo came down like Spider-Man.
Yeah, look at that.
What was he hanging from?
We'll never know. It's the art of invisibility.
That stinger in the score was real weird.
I know. I couldn't decide for a second if he was supposed to be screaming that noise or if it was just in the soundtrack.
We got one.
Wow, even she thinks it's Ghostbusters too.
Yeah, that's true. We can't get. Well, that's Ghostbusters 1.
I know it's Ghostbusters 1, but she thinks it's Ghostbusters.
We just can't get away from Ghostbusters tonight.
It's all your fault.
It's true.
Wait, they just go around
Ghostbusters this year.
They just go around with a podium that has their crappy logo on it?
Yes.
Okay. You know, Dan Schneider keeps talking about like Raph helping Leo get better and how it's nice and touching to see that. The reason I'm checked out is because the whole episode should be that, and not just those two, but like what everybody is doing, like recuperating and licking their wounds. Like this is the last kind of thing I want in the middle of the Northampton stuff.
When I would have been fine with this if it was better.
Yeah, and I get that. It's just. And I don't mean that everything has to be adapted, you know, exactly the same, of course. But it's weird that this is the section so far that has felt most little kid show aimed at 7-year-olds to me.
That is true.
Like,
Why is Michelangelo emptying this VHS tape into the snow?
I don't know.
What a litterer.
Well, this episode is about animal cruelty, not the environment. So we don't actually care about that in this episode.
That is true.
We fixed him with the power of friendship. He got over those wounds way too quickly. Now I don't know how much time was supposed to pass between the episodes. To be fair, that's all we're gonna get here. Okay, I want this section to be more somber than that.
Yeah. They could have handled that better.
That's just some of that's just personal preference, I guess. But like, as dour, and I really appreciated how dour it got, when the shredder burns the building down and how crushed everyone is and stuff. Then we just come here and we have a silly romp. Like,
yeah, it wasn't great.
That for my money is the weakest episode we've seen.
Yeah, it probably is, yeah.
Or at least for what I most care about.
Oh god, I just looked down at my computer and it was like low battery warning and I looked, it was at 1%. It's really good I noticed that. But our next one's a 3-parter, so I don't know what you want to do, Cap.
Oh goodness, is it? Yeah, so do we just end here, or do we break this up into a couple of shows?
It's up to you.
Because, yeah, I've been trying to keep the 2 and 3-parters together, but I can't stay up that late. But I kind of don't want to just do 2. Would it be terrible if we broke them up?
I mean, I'm looking into season 2, and season 2 opens with a 5-parter, so.
Oh yeah.
4-parters. Oh yeah, no 5.
So we may be stuck doing that some anyway.
Yeah, so it's up to you. If you want to do that, we can.
No, we'll go ahead and do it because that should give us a better episode tonight anyway. It would be kind of nice to end on a higher note, I think. Um, Dan Schneider, I get that, and I don't mean to frustrate you, but just keep in mind that like we're watching this and making a show, so we're not always going to know where the important parts are. So he says it's fine on like the Monster Hunter stuff, but you completely talked over and missed the Leo stuff. Like you're right. We just
I don't know. There wasn't enough of it anyways. I agree with you. It should have been the main focus. It shouldn't have been one scene.
yeah, like I'm sure what's there is cool, but and fine. But I'm just saying it should have been more of the episode.
Yep.
No, Lucas Green, we're not going to do all three. We're just going to do the first part of Returning to New York tonight, and then when we come back and do this again, we'll do the other two parts and try to finish out the season. Yeah, we'll try not to wait too long to get to the next one, Chewbacca's Lover. It may be a couple weeks, but we'll sneak it in somewhere if we can.
Yeah, I'll go somewhere.
Well, Austin, are you ready?
Yep.
Sorry, I just had to get past ads and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay, episode 21 of season 1. Get it to timestamp 0 and get ready to press play when I say now. And yeah, I'm a little bummed that that's all we did in Northampton. But
That was a little lame.
I'll get over it. Okay, here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
Well, Lucas Green says we're going in for a great cliffhanger. So
I don't think. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Start your clocks over.
Okay. Start over.
Yeah, I had a lengthier Nickelodeon logo at the beginning of this than I had before.
No worries.
It's so weird. I don't know why it was different. Okay. Sorry, guys. Go back to timestamp 0. We're going to really start this time. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. Yeah, I don't think I had ever seen the Northampton stuff. Donatello?
I don't know. You've probably seen it at some point, I would think. Now this, we can all agree, is a vehicle.
Well, I certainly didn't. Yes. Oh my God, that. Oh no, it's Raphael. That is the most toyetic thing we've seen so far, I think.
Yeah. I don't like that line, though. The only difference between men and boys is the size of their toys.
Oh my God. Okay. I still like this formula, especially for real action-driven episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Where we jump in and we have the splash page thing we keep talking about. Oh, the first-person POV is fun.
Oh my God, it's Doc Ock's car.
God, that is the most like 87 cartoon stuff we've seen so far, with just all the really over-the-top gnarly vehicles all fighting each other. Now we're back to vehicle talk. There's just no way around it.
Because whenever it goes to those places, it's always with vehicles. Because the first vehicle episode was the one that we really brought that up.
Yeah, I mean, some of their one-off villains have been a little bit like some of the, gross sewer-esque action figures that they would make in the 87 show and then turn them into characters for the show. Like, they do feel sometimes sort of inspired by that, but they look a little bit, I can't say down to earth, but more human, because we don't do mutates in the show.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question for you, Cap.
Yeah.
Robert Wild, he asks if you could pick any Ninja Turtle cartoon to get the X-Men 97 treatment, which would you pick?
Wow, to come back. I don't know, honestly. Because it would be weird to do 87 now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because everybody's so much older.
When a lot of the shows, kind of peter out, as opposed, in terms of quality, right?
They'll peter out and where they'll get kind of definitive endings.
Mm-hmm.
And, X-Men 90, the original X-Men show did get a last episode, but it's very tacked on. And it's not great. And I mean, I didn't think I cared about more of that show, but then it has come back and has been good, and it's really lived up to that. So you can make anything work, but boy, gun to my head, I don't know. I guess I'd say 87 just because it would be the most challenging thing to bring back, and I would be curious to see how they would do it now, especially if you could bring back anybody that worked on the first show.
Yeah, for sure.
The problem is, unlike X-Men, we have come back with this with two of these before. Because after you had Turtles Forever, it's hard to really want anything else from 03 or 87. Even though 87 also crossed with 2012 and pretty effectively. And 12 is new enough.
That gets like an actual ending too, right?
Yeah, and it got an ending, and I don't know how excited I would be to bring that back either, but I haven't seen all of that either.
So the definitive answer is Rise.
Yeah, we'll bring it back finally for a season 3.
Or Next Mutation. Even though he said
Oh
cartoon.
my god. Yeah. Just because that'd be hilarious. Ugh. I want to throw up just thinking about that. I can't even deal with that. He just drank 3-month-old milk.
Yeah.
Ugh. So yeah, I don't know if they've said how long exactly they were gone.
They just said 3 months.
Okay. Oh, because the milk is 3 months old? I'm so dumb.
Oh, maybe you said 3 months.
No, but,
milk. But yeah,
I'm sure that was supposed to give us that exposition, and I wasn't thinking about it. It's late. I'll catch up. Casey is about as fast on the uptake as I am right now.
Meanwhile, Donatello's coding the Matrix, and April's really intrigued.
He's about to
She's not even looking at what he's typing. She's just lost in his eyes.
He's about to get sucked into
like
the Tron universe.
Yeah. Donatello's making Tron Ares.
I'm very distracted by these graphics. Just because they don't match this world at all. That really cracks me up. So yeah, couldn't we have done some of this training stuff on the farm?
Yeah, I think you could have.
That's me saying that's what they should have done.
Power Glove. It's so bad.
Oh man, you shouldn't have done that. Why'd you touch that sword, Raphael? It would have been really funny if that put Raphael in a coma.
And then they have to go back.
They flip it around and Leonardo's like, I gotta nurse you back to health, just like you did me.
Next episode, Donnie and Michelangelo go on a funny little TV show adventure.
Step 1, don't touch the swords. That was a little sappy for you there, Splinter. He's like being real wise sage.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, don't go alone. It'll be okay. I feel it in my heart. Okay, all right.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes.
I do feel like his line readings are sometimes a little bit too samey.
Oh, okay.
Like
I can kind of see that.
Every line delivery, Splinter always just goes, I feel it in my heart. I want to eat some pumpkin bread. Like, everything he says is exactly that cadence.
I say that, but I also just want him to walk in every scene and go, I made a funny.
I made it funny. Ha 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 ha.
I feel it in my heart.
Come on. Where was the sound? We didn't do the oh.
Is it dog howl?
I'm too tired to commit.
Oh, okay.
There it is. We got it. They waited until after the commercial break.
Weird.
Okay, I love the guardrail thing. Like the Foot Clan just has a parking garage. I just loved how mundane that was. Where like anybody could drive in from off the street and do exactly what the Turtles are doing right now. Because all I have to do is drive through a girder thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Oh, they could, yeah.
I'm not even making fun of it. I legitimately love how ridiculous that is.
That's fair.
Maybe we've talked about this, Austin, but do you like the look of the battle shell? Like, do you like that the turtles have a tank?
Um,
Or do you want it to just be a minivan? Or do you not care?
I don't really care. I didn't really have an opinion on it. How do you feel about it? Because you're more of a Turtles guy than I am.
Like,
my Turtles is just the movie, so like for me, it's always weird when I see them in like a turtle car. So I don't really have an opinion.
Yeah, I think for this show, it's real appropriate. I think it's interesting that they're in it's basically a big Humvee. Like it's sort of like a tank. 2 years before Begins does it, and like we're constantly doing tanks with superheroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true.
Whoa, and it's an exploding puck.
Then it's like a tank garbage truck in the second reboot movie.
Yeah, we did some fun things with that in the second movie, but I don't love the look of it.
Oh no! All I remember is it shoots out manhole covers.
And yeah, and I think it's got the arms that come out the sides of it.
It does, because it's got nunchucks.
Dan Schneider says the show is very toyetic, a lot of gadgets and vehicles. I actually like the look of the battle shell as a toy better than what's in the show.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot of things that are like that. Where some of the things in this show, I don't love the design of them as much until they become toys, and then it's better.
Yeah, that's interesting.
This show had a killer toy line. Look, Hun's got his own shell cell. What?
FaceTimed him. What is Shredder doing on? Like, what is he on though? It's just like a floating screen in the room.
Well, yeah, he's got a view screen, like he's on a starship.
But it's not connected to anything. It's just like a floating screen.
Like he's got really advanced technology. Okay.
Stockman!
It's all Utrom tech. Okay, you're not supposed to question it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, is it a hologram of a screen?
I don't know.
Because it's like 50% opaque.
I have no idea what's happening.
Robert Wild, I talked about the Last Ronin thing in the Captain Logan show, so I don't want to get real deep into that right now. He just wanted us to mention that they're doing that live action movie.
Yeah, they're doing that and a game.
Yeah, I'll just say this real quick for people that didn't hear that. I don't need it to be both. Like, I don't want to get into a world where Last Ronin is all we do with Ninja Turtles. I think it can make for a great standalone movie, but I don't want a whole franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll just kind of hurt my feelings if we do a really great live-action version of that, but we can't get back to just traditional Ninja Turtles continuity. Unless we got a really good, solid cartoon based on the IDW comics or that went a little bit more tonally that way. Because if I had a great, like, several-season show again that went more serious than this and that was allowed to use stuff from 87, I'd be a pretty happy camper. I wouldn't care as much about what we did in movies.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I'm
guessing the game will just be like an Arkham clone.
Yeah, and that's fine with me. That sounds fun.
They announced this week that some of the people, I guess, that worked on Arkham, like I started a new studio, got the G.I. Joe license to do a Snake Eyes game, and I'm really excited for that now.
Oh, that bums me out because I could not care less about G.I. Joe, but
yeah.
I mean, I hope that game's good, but
I'm excited.
Just iconography I don't care about.
Yeah.
Like, the engine for the Power Rangers board game, the only other thing they've done so far is G.I. Joe, and I'm not buying it because I don't care about G.I. Joe.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love G.I. Joe. That's fair.
That's a lot of money to sink into a thing that I have no connection with.
Hmm. But I specifically only like the comics. Like I don't really like the TV show, the '80s show. I think they did another show, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, my eyes glaze over with military stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, and I don't really see that as like military, but like I can see what you mean. 'Cause, like
Well,
some
and
of the
I've never
characters
looked
are.
at it, so like that's not fair. But just the
Yeah.
look of it, I immediately go, well, it looks military. I don't care.
Hmm. That's fair.
It's not though. That's just how I feel about it.
I'm just being
I
nice.
had this for the longest time, kind of with Transformers, where like I didn't grow up with it, I didn't care, and
Hmm.
then a couple of friends kind of finally made me sit down and watch some of it, and so now I can sort of enjoy Transformers, but
Yeah. When '86 is like the most awesomest movie ever made.
it
The
is
G.I.
really
Joe
cool.
movie is one of the most baffling things I've ever seen, but Transformers is awesome.
We mostly just been talking about over action and espionage here, and
Yeah.
it looks great. It's fun. Splinter had a pretty badass fight there. Well, I say that, like the action where he was kicking everybody was cool. I don't know how much sense it made. Where like he he hits all the foot soldiers, and then we cut back to them standing there, and then they just all like drop one by one.
Mhm.
If that was pressure points, okay, but
Michelangelo just shot himself in the face like a Looney Tunes character.
oh look, that's not the art of invisibility. That's the technology of invisibility.
That is true. That was like our cold open, and it took a while to get to it. I guess I've done that a few times.
So I know you're not an '87 guy, so I don't know if you would have this, but all of this has really felt like a siege on the Technodrome, even though we don't have a Technodrome,
Oh, okay.
because we do that over and over and over again
Hmm.
in the cartoon and all the games based on the cartoon,
Oh yeah.
and just I'm sure they're evoking that on purpose.
Did we do that in that Return of Revenge of Shredder game that we played on the channel?
Oh yeah, of course.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, you go to the Technodrome in that.
All I remember is dancing and you dying on Super Shredder, and then I had to beat him, and it was super stressful.
It was. We were scared to death we wouldn't get through it.
Yep.
Oh, Robert says Burgess Meredith is a villain in the G.I. Joe movie. I didn't know that.
He is. He's basically like the Unicron, where they bring in like a new villain.
And a relatively well-known
Yeah,
actor to
exactly.
play it. Yeah.
He's
Unicron!
glorious.
Well, I say that. I guess that's a little bit more like casting Nimoy or something.
Mhm.
Because the Unicron casting is insane.
It's insane, and it's like his last movie.
Yeah, that's next level.
Mhm.
I don't even know what the modern equivalent of that would be. Like, who could you get
Yeah.
now where everybody would go, wait, who voiced that?
Well, I don't think you could do it now because there's not really that level of like, oh man, you got this person to be in, like a property like that.
Because major actors, first of all, TV and movies like have blurred the line so much that you don't have those two worlds anymore. And
Mhm.
secondly, everybody does voices now.
Well, and there's just so few people that I would be shocked to see in that kind of like an IP movie now, like animated or otherwise.
Because it's
I
so
don't.
mainstream and that's what makes money now.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know if there really is a equivalent.
No, it would almost have to be somebody that doesn't typically act, right?
Yeah,
You
like yeah,
know?
you got like somebody out of retirement to do something. Like if Jack Nicholson came back to voice something.
Or I was gonna say if you had like a singer, like a really popular singer that had never acted before, or if you got like the president or something.
That'd be
But
awesome.
it would it would take that though to really shock someone.
Transformers 1 starring Joe Biden as Unicron.
Well, maybe I should have said a
A bunch
president.
of bad dudes. We gotta kill them. I'd love that.
And Bill Clinton as Unicron.
I did not eat that planet. Okay, I did.
Mr. Unicron, you're under oath.
He ate the entire Lewinsky galaxy.
Lewinsky galaxy?
I was gonna say Nebula, and then because it's so late, I like blanked when I got to it.
So someone go out on a limb and say Donatello really needs to be working on cloaking devices right now.
Mm-hmm. He needs to be doing machines. It's like
They
a
need
fun job.
They need those.
Mm.
Yeah, they're very behind on machines.
Yeah. How are they supposed to beat Doc Ock's car if? Oh, I guess Splinter can.
Well, I don't think this is supposed to be a Donatello that can do as much, easy, insane gadgetry as the 87 one, at least right away. I think he does more later
He's
on.
done like a little bit.
I think later on maybe he'll do more reverse engineering of like space stuff and interdimensional stuff, but
oh yeah, of the alien thing.
I don't know if I'm right about that.
Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about this earlier. It's kind of going back a little bit, but this is something I just thought of, and I was like, I don't know if you know this. Do you know
this
about
invisible fight is cool, by the way.
It is cool. Do you know about the weird censorship thing in the G.I. Joe movie, Cab?
You've probably told me about it.
So, because the Transformers movie kills off everybody, and there was like all the complaints about killing Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
The main character G.I. Joe, Duke, was supposed to die in it, and in the actual movie he gets shot and then he like dies on camera, and then one character behind him just goes, "He fell into a coma."
Wow, that makes the thing with that guy that Tatsu is supposed to have killed look subtle.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's such a awkward edit.
Oh, look at the giant hole they put in the floor.
We can't repeat that.
I really like how hard they had to fight to get this far.
Yeah, it's.
Of course, it's the 33rd floor. That sounds real ominous. Sorry, what?
Oh, it's the four-armed Shredder from The Return of Shredder.
Yeah, and later on they bring those in and they kind of do that story.
Oh, okay. I assumed we were gonna open them up here.
No, I think we do the whole thing where he.
Oh no, they're coming out.
Well,
maybe they come back later.
I was gonna say because I don't think they do all of them here.
Mm-hmm. That Shredder's turning into a man spider.
No, because they've got the little one there. No, you're right. They're here. I think they bring them back.
Well, that is possible.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just where it happens and I was remembering it wrong.
Mini-Me Shredder is definitely my favorite one because he's both small and has a really big head.
Well, what they're probably thinking is, we know we're never going to full-on kill the Shredder off.
Oh, sure.
So if we want to do them, we can do them anywhere we want to, because we did them before because we didn't have a Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
That is a cool cliffhanger, though. And I got to be blindsided by it, because I didn't think that happened here.
Yeah, so I guess the next episode will just be them fighting those guys.
I'm liking these epic, like, mostly action-driven episodes.
Yeah, that one was definitely the best one you did all night. It was pretty good.
And that's Austin's review. Lucas Green says they only appear here. Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe we're already to those guys.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's cool they did it. This has to be the only adaptation that's gone there, right?
I think so. And, I don't think IDW ever even did it.
Mm-hmm. I'm a little sad they weren't made from worms, but you can't win them all.
Yeah, and they could have gotten away with that here. Like, it's weird, but it's not like, offending standards and practices weird.
No, it's just bizarre.
I
It's
wouldn't think.
strange.
Yeah, it's just there's some bizarre stuff in the show, so
Hmm.
they could have done that.
Yeah.
But no, in IDW even kills their shredder
Hmm.
at some point, and I don't think they do it after that. Now, I didn't read the last like 40 or 50 issues because I got bored with it after Waltz left. But
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do they kill him and just not bring him back though?
no, they do a mini series with his deceased soul called Shredder Goes to Hell or
Oh,
Shredder in Hell or something, and it's pretty great.
there's so many in hell stories.
That's written by Burnham. That's written by the guy that did Ghostbusters for them.
Hmm. Interesting.
Dan's
Hopefully, he also did Godzilla in hell.
Dan's Den says, "Oh, is that a thing?"
Hmm.
Dan's
Yeah, it
Den
was at
says there's a
IDW.
whole banned episode. I wonder what they banned it for.
Oh yeah.
Lucas Green, any idea when you're going to do the remaining parts? We'll try not to wait too long on it. I have a really full plate next week,
Hmm.
so I'm not sure. Like we might be able to sneak it in somewhere in the next few days, but if not, it'll be a couple weeks. But
Yep.
we'll try not to let it be another 6 or 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's very true.
But anyway, yeah, I didn't look ahead, honestly, coming into this tonight, but there was no way we were doing 5 parts, so it would have been either what we just did or we wouldn't have done it.
Hmm.
But,
It's stuff like that's gonna happen.
yeah. But next time, when we do get back to it, we will finish the season. And I'm excited that we've gotten that far.
Will we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got 4 left.
4, yeah.
Possibly. Wait, no. We got 5 left.
5, okay. It's just going to depend on how late we start then.
Hmm. Yeah, because my cursor was over on to part 3 for some reason. So I thought we only had 4. But still, we're getting there.
Well, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you again real soon. This has been a lot of fun. Just real laid back, relaxed, watching through the show.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And we'll see you next time. I was Captain Logan, and this was Austin the Day Ghost.
See ya, folks.
Bye, everybody.